Hello there. It is Tuesday night and it is time for another hot topic workshop. I'm Robin Taylor coming to you from California.
Hi,
And
everybody. I'm Tina Margaris from Ontario, Canada.
woo woo. So tonight the topic is Miss Tina is going to be sharing with us the important supplements for women according to the age group, because we do have different needs at different stages of our lives. And really what it all comes down to, it's not about what age you are, it's about how well you are aging. So I wish that I had heard this about 30 years ago, but it's never too late. So I'm going to turn it over to Tina.
Thanks, Robin. Well, really, what we have to keep in mind is that throughout a woman's life, her body's nutritional and her biological needs shift. And there are a lot of factors depending on that. Obviously, age, lifestyle, diet, and the life stage that the woman is at. So there are a lot of natural, healthy ways we can supplement, including foods. And I will talk about foods. I'm not talking just about, vitamins.
Yeah.
But there are ways that we can naturally supplement that will help a woman through different stages of her life.
Awesome.
And I know that there aren't any teenagers in our group, but I bet you that there's women in our group that have teenage daughters. So I'm going to start with women in their teens.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really, really important for women in their teens, usually between the ages of 14 and 18, right? Girls are starting to menstruate. And as soon as women are menstruating, their iron levels will change. So it doesn't mean, having to give your child an iron supplement, unless, of course, they really, are diagnosed with something, an iron deficiency from the doctor. But you can actually utilize food at this stage in a young girl's life or a teenager's life to help supplement that iron. So foods like spinach and egg yolks and healthy chicken, those sorts of things will really help spike their natural iron levels.
Nice.
And the other thing that's important for girls are calcium, right? And it doesn't have to necessarily come from milk, but it's recommended that teenage girls have about 13 milligrams of calcium a day, but really you can get that from your food too. So broccoli, kale, nuts, seeds, almonds, that sort of thing. So really you're looking at calcium and watching iron, which you can feed with food for your teenagers. Looking at women in their 20s, this is their busiest time, especially for their bodies. But what's really weird, and I didn't know until I started to do my research, that magnesium is the supplement or the natural supplement from a 20-year-old's body that they are lacking in the most. And
really?
I also didn't know that magnesium is so important. It's actually involved in over 300 reactions in the body.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, tons. So it can affect blood pressure, blood sugar, having excess body fat around their waist, heart palpitations, mood swings, and especially mood swings during PMS.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so magnesium is key. And there are lots of foods rich in magnesium. So it's recommended that you have about 360 milligrams of magnesium a day. But the foods that we can eat, avocados, beans, lentils, chickpeas, what else? Nuts, and dark chocolate.
Yay!
Dark chocolate is,
my favorite food group.
High in magnesium.
Well, and one thing I do know about magnesium is that it's a natural muscle relaxer too. So that would make sense if it helps kind of calm down things that when you get agitated or irritated tend to get higher. Clearly, I'm not a science person, but being a natural muscle relaxer and So yeah, that's a good reminder. Thank you, because I kind of forget that.
Well, and I know too that oftentimes when women have problems falling asleep, unlike menopausal women, I think menopausal women fall asleep and then wake up. I think like that's kind of what happens to us.
Yeah.
But there are some people that have trouble falling asleep, and the recommendation is always a magnesium supplement. You can buy that really neat magnesium calm, the
Yeah.
powder, and have a drink. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's always tasty. But that's always a recommendation too. So also with women in their 20s, and this is a reoccurring vitamin. And I talked about this in one of my posts, but I'm pretty sure it was on a different social medium. I think it was on Instagram, but vitamin D is now considered a hormone. That's how important it is to women's bodies. And that's the lack of vitamin D starts to show up. It's prevalent for all women from their 20s right through, as you'll hear when I talk about it. But vitamin D starts to show up as a little bit of a deficiency in women in their 20s. Now, they recommend about 600 units a day. That's not very much because, when you buy your little see-through capsules of vitamin D, just one is 1,000.
Oh, wow. That's way more. Okay.
Yeah. So, but what I thought was interesting was when you start to supplement with vitamin D, it takes 6 to 8 weeks for it to actually kick in.
That's crazy.
So must have to accumulate.
Okay.
Right? The levels must have to accumulate, like to reach a certain height where they're effective. The other supplement I wanted to talk about was potassium. And the reason why I wanted to talk about potassium is because it starts to play in on our bone health, right? Which is so important for women, as well as blood pressure and kidney function. And but we can eat tons of foods that are full of potassium. So bananas, cantaloupe, dried fruits, sweet potato, mushrooms, and then this was pretty cool, spinach and broccoli, but when it's cooked, so not raw. So
yeah, I usually think that the raw vegetables hold more nutrition, but now this is different.
Yeah, I'm going to say that it's probably the heating up, the process of it probably brings the potassium out of it more, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. And then last but not least, yeah, exactly. Last but not least, if your daughter or someone in their 20s is utilizing oral contraceptives, B vitamins are recommended, are anti-stress vitamins. So B6 and B12 are definite recommendation. So looking at women in our 30s, this is key time because unfortunately our metabolism starts to slow. And it's funny because when I was doing this, I remember I probably till I was about 35, I didn't even think about what I was eating. I ate healthy, but I didn't think about amounts or, I never thought about gaining weight or that sort of thing. It wasn't something that popped into my mind, but our metabolism slows and digestive problems start to crop up. So in our 30s is really the key time when we should start considering utilizing probiotics. Because the probiotics are going to help you with your gut health, right? And so by utilizing the probiotics, then we are really taking care of the precursors to having those digestive type of problems. And I think a lot of these problems crop up because it's the highest stress time in our lives.
Yeah.
Or the beginning of a lot of things, because it's the beginning of women considering childbirth, having stressful jobs, lots of stuff on the go, getting married, having big bills, like all those things really do start to happen, in your 30s. So it's a pretty stressful time. And also to watch those iron levels as well.
Interesting. Now,
yeah, I mean, what I think is cool is that, while we talk about our Zen stuff, that inside the Zen Fuse shakes, we have 5 strains of probiotics. So
Yes.
not very many protein powders, right? Have that sort of thing added to it, but we're lucky enough to have that. So we're kind of taking care of that.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And I know when Zen was introduced, Mark McDonald, who is the formulator of it, along with the doctor panel, that he was really adamant about having those in there to make the shake more of a high quality and to help it do what it needs to do. That's why it's not like other shakes out there, because it just provides that extra level of nutrition and help. And I know somebody that buys it from me appreciates the probiotics, especially because they've helped regulate her bathroom activity. So that's
awesome.
is as nicely to put that, you know, because I mean, probiotics can really help keep things doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. Well, listen, pooping is so important. Just saying. Really important.
Yeah. And who's not thankful when that gets more on track, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's talk about women in our 40s. Absolutely unique set of nutritional needs. Why? Because it's usually the time that perimenopause starts. So it's the beginning of hot flashes, right? Night sweats, hair loss, and key, because for us women, bone health is so important. It is the beginning when small signs of osteoporosis can happen. So it's really a time where, you know, you think, because you know, your babies have calcium and your little kids have calcium, and I talked about the teenagers, you know, you still want to watch that calcium intake. But here now, it's really, really important that you have some sort of calcium intake. Also, the beginning of wanting to have healthy omega-3 fatty acids, right? Like any sort of fish oil or having your fatty acids is really recommended because it's important for our brains.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's important for memory. And listen, the menopausal brain fog, it just gets worse.
Oh gosh. This part of, very frustrating. And I think it's harder to be proactive.
Fatty acids. And then
oops, you got frozen there.
Exactly. You were frozen too. We're frozen. We're going to continue.
Okay.
Anyways, this is the time too where I like to talk about with women in their 40s utilizing some sort of vitamin B complex, right? Because B vitamins are our decompressors, our anti-stressors. So they will help support mood. They help support digestion. They help support sleep. They help support your heart health. Yeah, they're extremely, extremely important. And then I think that one of the most important natural supplements that can be utilized for a woman starting in her early 40s, I would even recommend it in her late 30s, is collagen. And the reason I say that is that our skin is our largest organ. It makes up 85%, right? It covers 85% of our body. And the primary makeup of our skin is collagen, right? It's our elasticity, it's how we heal, all of those different things. And so it's so important because by the time a woman is 50, she will have lost up to half the collagen in her skin.
What?
So, yeah.
Wait, repeat that.
By the time a woman is 50, she will have lost up to half the collagen in her skin.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm listening.
Right. So if you're utilizing collagen from your late 30s into your 40s, then you have a jump on it. You can prevent loss of collagen. So that is so important. And I mean, I think we always think, oh, collagen, skin, hair, and nails. Yeah. You know, like those are the things that you think of. But collagen is also really, really important for your joints. So you always see, you know, every time I'm posting my pictures and my stories or whatever of my food, you will always see my shaker bottle and it looks orange. And that is because the collagen that we utilize, right, it has a tangerine flavor, so it's a little bit orange.
Mm-hmm.
Our collagen that we utilize is a marine collagen. What makes it neat is that when you drink marine collagen as opposed to cow collagen, bovine collagen, because it is a marine source, you also get the regular amount of calcium that you need in your diet daily.
That's awesome.
So it's supplementing with calcium as well. The great thing about our collagen too, and here's my box right here because I have them lying all over the place, but it's like this, and it's the little drink sticks we're always showing. But we added, or I didn't add, the formulators did, all the B vitamins. So all the B vitamins are added to our collagen supplement, which is great, including biotin. And biotin is a separate B vitamin because it is really all about hair and nails.
I know 100% that when I drink the collagen, and I had forgotten about the number that you said about it dropping overall at 50, because for some reason that just didn't stick with me. But anyway, I love the vitamins that are in there and the lift. I know that I feel better, more alert, energized after I drink my collagen every day. And it's something that I look forward to. And I love that it's all natural stuff. You know, I assume I'm not a rock star drinker or whatever, but that might be a lift that people temporarily feel from, you know, synthetic drinks. This is all natural. B vitamins are good for energy, but the mood part that goes along with it, I think you're not as aware if you're not as educated as Tina is on the actual nutrition part, but that's what's going on. And yeah, I love just the freshness. So yeah, super, super good.
Okay, so let's go on. We're going to talk about us girls in our 50s, right? And there are just so many hormonal challenges, right, that accompany turning 50, that meeting our nutritional quotas just with food is almost impossible. And the reason being, which was again mind-blowing to me, but I think that's why I like doing all this kind of research, that all adults, males and females, our stomach acid levels decline after the age of 50, continue to decline, which makes it harder for us to absorb the vitamins and minerals found in our foods. Okay. Right? And so that is kind of, right? So what I'm saying is, like, our stomach acids can't absorb what our good food is even providing, right? So not only are we depleted because we're aging, then our stomach acids aren't taking all the vitamins from our food. So very key to consider supplementing. I'm supplementing for a reason. I'm trying not to age so fast. Why? I don't mind being old. I'm wise, right? Yeah. But I want to be strong and I want to be healthy. I don't want to be decrepit. I don't want to be hunched over. I don't want to have osteoporosis. I want to be strong enough to lift myself out of a chair, go for a walk, pull something down, you know, from a shelf.
Play with your grandkids. Yeah.
Those things are so important, but we have to be taking care of them now. We can't wait until we're 70 and say, oh, I want to start taking some vitamins, or I want to supplement then. Now is the time to do it, to prevent us from aging so much. So the other thing is too, is that the B vitamins are so important. And we know that B12 is a key vitamin, because if we are vegan or vegetarian, right? Even our doctors will recommend that we utilize B12 because it's an enzyme that naturally occurs that we get from certain proteins, meat type of proteins. So it's really important. After 50, our gut will not absorb B12 as much. So having B12, taking a B complex, or just use the collagen that has the B in it, because otherwise they'd be carrying around a pill box with, you know, a
Yeah.
whole bunch of stuff in it,
So
because I
it's
take
much,
this stuff serious.
yeah. Well, and it tastes a lot better when you can drink your nutrition than chugging
Oh
down
yeah.
handfuls of
Yeah.
pills that don't digest or break down. This way, it's all absorbable too.
Yeah, that's true too. Like when you're drinking your nutrition like this, it's very easily absorbable into your system. And then you're getting your water intake in as well,
Yeah.
right? So
So
that's the
nice.
other good thing.
Yeah.
The other thing too I wanted to talk about, and I'm gonna switch, like as we go into 50s and 60s, we don't have to worry about iron so much, right? Because we're not menstruating anymore. But we want to keep up with the omega-3 fatty acids because we don't want the brain fog, and we want to keep our memory clear and those sorts of things. Brain function is really, really important. And then vitamin D, again, is so important. I would supplement with it, and you can supplement more now, you know, like 800 units, as opposed to when people are much younger, it's only about 600 units or so. But because our bodies also lose the ability to gather the vitamin C from the sun as efficiently as when we're young. Right? So yes, I want you to, or not vitamin C, vitamin D. I want you to get out and get some sunshine. 15 minutes a day is really what they recommend. But as we age, we don't absorb it as much from the environment
One,
as
too,
when we're younger.
if you're always covered in sunscreen too, doesn't that prevent your body from absorbing it? So the 15
No,
minutes a day, no? So you can be, your 15
no.
minutes a day can be with sunscreen? Oh,
Yes. All
okay.
that does is it blocks the bad rays, but your body will still absorb the vitamin D from the sunshine.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
good.
because I read that too. I read up on that because I was like, oh, okay. You
Yeah,
know, well, we're all covered in sunscreen all the time anyways, but
yeah.
no, we will still absorb.
Okay. Okay. Well, and you brought up such a good point about our skin is an organ too. I don't know if everybody thinks about it that way. And it's important to take care of your organs. And the skin serves a purpose, right? And if it's not healthy, it can't do its job for us. And so part of it is keeping the sun absorbing the nutrients, keeping bad things out of your body, that it's a filter, keeping bad things out and flushing bad things out also that are from inside. So it's so important to take care of your skin. It's not just a vanity thing, it's a health thing. And if you're not putting good nutrition in, you're not taking care of your skin, and it can't take best care of you. So, and that's what I love about the collagen too. I think that people normally think, oh, collagen is for hair, skin, and nails, but it's not a vanity thing. It's nice. That's a great benefit too. But that's not the only thing, the reason to take it. To be healthy is most important. And it starts from the inside. It's not just a topical, I can fix everything by putting some lotion on my skin. You have to have the good nutrition in so that it starts taking care of it on the outside too. So,
Yeah, but I mean, Robin, too, like think about it. I mean, we eat very healthy because we eat the Zen way, and so it's a choice of ours. But don't you feel, I mean, I don't mind saying like I'm 56. I know my neck's getting a little bit old. You know, but when you look, like I've had a lot of people, I even went to the dermatologist, and the dermatologist was like, your skin is young for someone your age. Your skin is young. Yes, okay, you know, I'm going to have the signs of aging. Yes, I have some wrinkles. But she said, like, the texture of your skin is young, younger than someone your age. It's plump. It has, why? Well, we keep ourselves extremely hydrated, right? We utilize good skincare, but we're healthy from the inside out.
yes. Yeah.
It's reflected on us.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I'm 54 and I'll be
I
55
know, it's
soon.
crazy.
And it's, yeah, I love, and you know what is really funny is just yesterday in the mail, I got a letter from the DMV that said, it's time to go get a new picture for your driver's license. And I don't know, some people might get upset and cringe about that. And I said, oh my gosh, I get to go take a new picture. So I'm thinking there's another goal for me because I want that picture to be really good. But I'm, you know, I don't know, 15, I don't know how often they do it, but it's been a while. And it's, but I liked that I wasn't thinking, oh God, I don't want my picture taken. So I love that I feel good. And if it's not when I go off track and you know don't eat as well or whatever, you can feel that too, and it's all held in there. So you know what unhealthy skin looks like. So it just helps you feel better about yourself, I think. And it, again, not a vanity thing at all. It's just when you feel joyful, happy inside, it's good. It's a good way to be.
It is for sure. So you can see as we went through the different age groups, there was some key vitamins. Vitamin D was in there. Iron was in there, you know, but you can get your iron from your food. So I don't necessarily believe so. I don't like outside iron supplementation because there are a lot of repercussions from utilizing it. It causes constipation for a lot of women, right? Regardless of how much water you drink and that sort of thing. So I like to think if you can get your iron from your food as much as you can, then in your 50s and 60s, when you're not able to absorb the food so much, well, you're not menstruating. You don't need the iron anyways. But the vitamin D is really important. From the 30s on, that collagen is really important. B vitamins throughout, and always some sort of calcium. You can get it from your food when you're younger. When you're older, I would consider supplementing with calcium or utilizing a marine collagen instead of bovine collagen, because I think everyone in the world should use collagen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and overall, what I do know from personal experience, and when I was having my periods, I was always borderline anemic because I really struggled with that iron level because of what was going on in my body. But I know then too, then you're just so sluggish and tired and lethargic. And that's vitamin deficiencies across the board. So it's, again, good nutrition, the supplementation, and you might just naturally stop saying, I'm so tired. Why am I so tired? I don't have the energy. It starts from within. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, my dear, I'm looking at the clock. Speaking of time and aging, we should, I just love these, but let's, do we know what we're talking about next week, or is it going to be a good surprise? Your information tonight was amazing. And like I said, I wish I could have heard that
thank you.
years ago. And so if you have daughters, granddaughters, where, you know, people that you're influencing in your life that are younger, you have something to share with them, and start, you know, maybe if you didn't follow those things when you were younger because you didn't know or whatever, it's never too late, too early to start sharing with other people. So thanks for that, Tina. And I think it just
no problem.
A reminder of our bodies are evolving and changing, and at different times they need different things. So with that said, what used to work for us when we were 20 and 30, it's different now. It's important to address where we're at and how to help ourselves the most, primarily to be proactive for the future too. You said it very well. So
no problem. To close out the night, I just want to say congratulations to Lorraine Green, our Breakfast Challenge winner. Lorraine, yay, congratulations. We really wanted to draw that prize out live, but like we said, we posted it and showed it to you. So congratulations. And then also to make sure that everybody knows, and we're inviting you, that we're starting our next 8-week coaching group starting on September 8th. And so You should get in touch with somebody now so that we can get you ready and get you set up, because it's a great time to do an 8-week reset. Why? It takes you into the holidays feeling and looking like you've never felt before. I can tell you because I've done it at this time of year, and it always feels so, so great when you are sliding into that little black dress, whether it be a COVID virtual party or not. You will know exactly how great you feel and how great you look. And it just keeps you on track, you know, because every year accumulates that you don't take good care. And
well,
so
can you imagine starting on New Year's and not having your New Year's resolution be, I want to lose 20 pounds?
Yes.
Because you will have already done that. So
yes.
that
was me exactly last year, right? I had already lost the 20 pounds. I'd kept it off and went through the whole holidays, foods and everything on the special days, but stayed on track the rest of the time. And New Year's came and I was like, I'm on top.
That's so cool.
I don't have to have that resolution. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's a great
feat. Best ever. Nice. All right. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you were here with us, and you will be watching on the replay. So if you can just drop a little shout out, let us know where you're watching from. We love to see that. And we will be back next week. Somebody will be back next week with another hot topic. And keep your eyes peeled because we will be announcing another challenge very soon. All right, take care.
Good night.
Thanks, Tina.
Bye, Robin.